Hello darling clan, welcome back to our channel. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We are the Moody family and we post videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. This is going to be a little bit different as far as videos go for our channel, but it is something that I am very excited to bring to you all. And there will also be an accompanying piece on our blog channel, which I will leave here. But today we're going to be talking about our Moody monthly faves. So I'm excited to bring you guys not only products, but experiences and things that have really influenced us and impacted us and stood out to us this month. So we'll be talking about a few different categories every month for these things. So we will have a product, a movie, a album or some sort of music, a book, a meal, and something new. So about 6 things that we'll talk about every single month as far as our Moody faves go. And let's get into the video. One thing that has really stood out to me personally is the Shea Moisture African Black Soap and Oatmeal Bar. I was using it for my body for a really long time, and now I read on, I believe Pinterest, most likely Pinterest, that people were using it for their face. And normally I don't use bar soap on my face. I find it to be very harsh, very drying, but I tried it out this month and I love the way it leaves my skin. I actually haven't used it in the past like 2 days, so you can even see how like my skin is pretty dry and there are patches that are oily, which for me can be a problem because if I use regular face soap, I will have clean, nice looking skin here, and then in this zone, not really the lowercase t zone, I'll have flaking and drying, and it's just not flattering. But with the African black soap that I use from Shea Moisture, it is very moisturizing and I really, really enjoy it. So if you haven't tried it out, you should do that. Now, as far as we'll do a movie that has stood out to us this month, which I didn't expect it to. Honestly, I had the lowest hopes for it, as in I didn't care. But the Angry Birds movie on Netflix actually is really, really good. I like it because it still gave kids a like greater purpose, and like, you know, you can achieve things once you work together, and it kind of taught about like righteous anger versus like just being angry to be angry. But also provided backstory to a game that I'm sure we've all had on our phone at some point or other. And it was a really fun movie, and I personally enjoyed it. The kids have watched it so many times since then. It's probably averaged about 5 times a week they asked to watch it. But it's just a really fun movie, and it's a good movie to watch as a family because it's not too mind-numbing the way some kids movies can be. They can be very and you just kind of check out as a parent because there's really nothing there for you, which is fine. But the Angry Birds movie is a good movie if you haven't seen it. As far as music goes, there have been 2 things this month that have really stood out to me. The first thing is a playlist, or not, it's not really a playlist, it's a 24-hour station here on YouTube. It's by Nourish. I'll leave their information in the description box below, but they have a lo-fi playlist. If you need music to study, to put your kids down for a nap, to clean to relax to not necessarily party, but you have a party that you want people to converse and, you know, make friends, this is the music for it. It is so chill, but still very engaging, and it's a really good set. Now, they usually have music playing 24 hours, which means, well, every time that I've checked in, which I've been on as early as 6 in the morning, and I've listened to it as late as 2 in the morning, and I've never heard a commercial. or if I have, I've completely phased it out, and it didn't really affect my listening experience. So that is really good, and there are others like it, but for some reason Nourish has really good music on there. And our second Moody fave as far as music goes this month is Heaven, Heavn, by Jamila Woods. I will also leave all of her information in the description box below, but that album is so good. If you are a Black woman, if you support Black women, if you love Black women, if you have a friend who's a Black woman, if you don't have a friend who's a Black woman but you want one, go ahead and listen to this album. I was telling my husband that I feel like there has not been an album that has felt more me than this album. And part of it might be because she's from Chicago, so I completely get all the references and am in love with all of the things that she's talking about, because I know, like, I live right off of Lakeshore Drive and I can go to the beach that, like, her album cover was shot on. Like, I've been there numerous times, and I currently eat mild sauce with my wings. Like, that's just who I am. And so the album is amazing, and it's a good listen, and it's, you know, pretty clean as far as content goes. There's not much that you would feel uncomfortable having your child listen to. So go ahead and check that out. Our Moody fave as far as books go has been a series called Vampire Hunter D. My husband recommended this to me many years ago, and I have 4 of the books of the series. I believe there's 20 something, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'll leave the information in the description box below. And I have 4 of them, and I constantly read through the first 2. I haven't read the 3rd or the 4th one, mostly because of time. Every time I get to the 2nd one, something happens and life gets caught up and I don't really read. But I've been focusing on trying to read before I go to bed instead of being on my phone. So I'll read a book or a chapter or 2 before I go to bed, and this has been what I've been reading. So it's about a vampire hunter, and he's kind of traveling. Sorry, there's something underneath. Oh, it's about. He's traveling from town to town, doing these various quests as he's fighting to be vigilant and active in his greater quest. That's like the best way I can describe it without giving you the plot, because I want you to read it. If you are a reader, pick up this book. It's great for Halloween or fall time if you like vampires and spooky things and hunters and kind of steampunk and old, like olden days, how they live, because it is futuristic, but it's as if there was some sort of apocalypse and we all kind of returned back to like the, oh my gosh, I can't think of what that age is called, but the age with the carriages and the horses and the poofy dresses. You know what I'm talking about, that one. So I have the book. I'm going to read the back cover to you because I feel like that would give you the best description, but I'm going to read the second one because that's the one I'm on. Just lost my place in my book. That's how you know I love you guys. This is what the book looks like if you happen to see it in a bookstore near you. This is the second one of the series, so there is one more before this. So make sure that you check on the side that it says volume 1 when you start. But this one is called Razor of Gales, and the back cover says, the first rule of vampires is that the undead cannot walk in the daylight, ... or can they? The people of the village of Tepes once cowered in fear beneath the shadow of the nobility manor. But the nobility moved on and the castle sat empty, a place whispered of in ghost stories to caution young people to stay away. One day, 4 of the village children vanished. Only 3 returned with no memory of what happened or where they went. That was 10 years ago. Now in the year 12,090 AD, which I will put that number above because I'm not confident I read that right. Vampires who can walk the earth in daylight have appeared. Did the disappearance of the children have something to do with these undead newfound powers? Only the vampire hunter, known as D, can solve the mystery. But the answer may be more horrible than any can imagine. Ooh. So that's a great book, Great series. If you are looking for a new read, I suggest that you pick it up if it sounds like something that you like. Our Moody fave as far as meals go, we kind of stumbled upon it towards the end of the month, and if you haven't been watching, we currently are living off of a plant-based diet, primarily plant-based diet. Now, there will be a whole separate video about why we did this, what we're doing, what's our thinking behind it. But this meal, which is black bean soup, is so good for our family, and it's been so good the one time we've made it, and we plan on making it again. But it is pretty much just black beans and soup, and maybe I'll do like a cooking thing, but like I don't want to do too much of that on this channel because that's not my forte. But maybe I'll provide a recipe on the blog so that you can see what we did. But it's really quick and really easy, minus the soaking time for the beans, because we don't buy canned beans. But we have been eating that, and it's good with tortillas, it's good with avocado and cilantro and lime. And there's just a lot of different ways that you can doctor it up. You can put it over rice, you can put it on a tortilla, you can eat it straight, and it's been really good for the family. That's the Moody monthly faves for the month of August. I hope you guys like it. Sorry, my sinuses, I'm so sorry. With fall, we all know comes sinus season, so probably every vlog is going to have me sniffling and some sort of sinus situation going on. But if you're new to the channel and you made it all the way to the end, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any more videos. And again, we post videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Sometimes we do YOUNOW live on Sundays, but we haven't done it yet. So this upcoming... No, because by the time you're watching this, it will be Friday. So if you're watching this Friday morning, then go ahead and hop on YOUNOW. I'll leave my information in the description box below, because Carla and I are going to be doing a Q&A just kind of about our self-care and the series that we've been talking about for 2 months now. So go ahead and watch that series. I'll leave a card in the thing above here, and you guys can go ahead and check that out and get caught up before the Q&A. And other than that, I can't think of anything else. So if you're new, I hope you've hit the subscribe. So if you're new, I hope you've hit the subscribe button by now. There's plenty of time. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. So this is what the book looks like if you happen to see it in theaters. Why did I say in theaters? This